Hi, this is Dr.V.Madhuri, Department of Economics. In this video, we had to discuss about the concepts of multiplier and accelerator. The main objectives are: what is the concept of multiplier, what assumption need to work multiplier, what is MPC, that is marginal propensity to consume, formula for multiplier given by John Maynard Keynes, multiplier explanation with the help of the circular flow of income, and what is accelerator concept, and what is capital output ratio in accelerator principle, accelerator equation given by Hicks, accelerator explanation with the help of the table. In Keynesian theories, that is various theories developed by Keynes, the most important concept was multiplier. The multiplier concept explained in his book The General Theory of Employment, Interest and Money, written by Keynes in the year 1936. Keynes multiplier explained on the basis of the employment multiplier, which is developed by R.F. Kahn. Employment multiplier states that the relationship between investment and employment. According to Kahn, when investment increases, employment also increases. When investment decreases, employment also decreases. But Keynes multiplier explains that the relationship between investment and income. According to Keynes, when investment increases, income increases more than the increase in investment. How many times income increase when investment increases? It will learn from multiplier. That is, when investment increases, income increase multiplier times of the investment. That's why Keynes multiplier called as investment multiplier. Investment in tourism sector is the best example for multiplier. We know tourism comes under service sector or territory sector. It creates jobs not only in the service sector, it also encourages the growth of the primary and secondary sectors. It is because of multiplier effect. How? When tourism sector develop, it can help to invest in hotels. So hotels helps to create jobs directly in the hotel, and it also creates jobs indirectly in other sectors of the economy. For example, hotels has to buy food material from agriculture sector. So the demand for agriculture goods will increase. It leads to the development of the agriculture sector. Later, when agriculture sector develop, it creates demands to industrial goods, that is machines, etc. Later, industrial sector also will develop because of the multiplier effect. Investment in tourism sector will leads to increase employment, income in other sectors by the development of the agriculture and service sector, which is more than the investment at starting in hotels, that is service sector. Keynes multiplier is denoted by the Roman letter K. According to Keynes, multiplier depends on the MPC, that is marginal propensity to consume. The value of the multiplier is determined by this MPC. What is MPC? MPC means change in consumption due to change in income. That is denoted as delta C by delta Y. Delta C means change in consumption. Delta Y means change in income. Here delta represents change in the consumption or income. The higher the marginal propensity to consume, the higher in the value of the multiplier, or the lower the marginal propensity to consume, the lower in the value of the multiplier. The next most important one is MPS. MPS means marginal propensity to save. What is MPS? Change in savings due to change in income. It is denoted by delta S by delta Y. So delta S means change in savings, delta Y means change in income. The higher the MPS, the lower the value of the multiplier, and vice versa. Normally MPC plus MPS equal to 1, which is written as MPC is equal to 1 minus MPS, or MPS is equal to 1 minus MPC. Multiplier formula given by Keynes is K is equal to 1 by 1 minus MPC or 1 by MPS. We know 1 minus MPC is equal to MPS. If we assume MPC is equal to 1 by 2, then what is the value of the K? For this purpose, we substitute MPC value 1 by 2 in multiplier equation, that is 1 by 1 minus MPC. So 1 by 1 minus MPC value is 1 by 2. So 1 by 1 minus 1 by 2. If we calculate this, we get K is equal to 2. When MPC value 1 by 2, then K is equal to 2. That is multiplier value is 2. If MPC is equal to 0, then K is equal to 1. Here the whole income of the consumer is saved and nothing is spent. Later, if MPC is equal to 1, then K is equal to infinity. Here the whole income is spent on consumption. It will lead to inflationary situation in the economy. Therefore, the multiplier coefficient always varies between 1 and infinity. Here, the multiplier theory explains the effect of a change in investment on income. We know how the investment effect on change in income. The formula is delta Y is equal to K into delta I. Here, delta Y is equal to change in income. Delta I is equal to change in investment. K is equal to multiplier or multiplier coefficient. If we want to know about the change in investment, we should multiply change in investment with K, that is multiplier coefficient. If we assume change in investment is 10 crores and K is equal to 2, then the change in income is 2 into 10, that is equal to 20. That is change in income is 20 crores. The change in income is multiple times of the change in investment, that is 20 crores. Change in investment is only 10 crores, but change in income is 20 crores. It is multiple times of the change in investment. Multiplier theory can be explained with the help of the graph with circular flow of income. Here I took two sectors. One is business sector and another one is household sector. If we assume there is some investment before, other than this investment, government will be spent some more investment, that is 10 crores. We assume these 10 crores investment spent in business sector. 10 crores investment in business sector will be create jobs for household sector. That is 10 crores will be reached to household sector as income. On these 10 crores rupees, household sector save 50% and spend 50%. That is, they will spend 5 crores on consumption and remaining 5 crores they will be saved. What amount household sector spend on consumption, that will become as an investment in business sector. So 5 crores will be investment in business sector. Again 5 crores reach to household sector as an income. On this 5 crores, again household sector 2.5 crores saved and 2.5 crores spent on consumption. Later, this 2.5 crores will be invested on business sector. So, this process will be continued and starting 10 crores investment leads to 20 crores investment. That is, starting 10 crores of investment creates 2 times of income. Here we invest 10 crores at starting level. It will rise the income K times, that is 20 crores. Here delta S is equal to delta I is equal to delta C. That means change in saving, change in investment, change in consumption, all are equal. Here multiplier theory explained with the help of the graph. Here we take income on the x-axis and consumption and investment on the y-axis. C plus I plus Z curve intersect the 45 degrees line at point E. This is the equilibrium point. At this point, income is OY. This is starting income. Next, if the investment is increased as delta I quantity, then the new curve C plus I plus Z2 curve. It is intersect the 45 degrees line at point E1. New equilibrium is happening and income increases from Y to Y1. That is, change in income is delta Y. Here change in investment is delta I and change in income is delta Y. We can observe change in income is 2 times more than the change in investment delta I. Delta Y is 2 times more than the delta I. Keynes multiplier works under certain assumptions which limit the operation of the multiplier theory. They are: consumer goods are available sufficiently in response to effective demand. Multiplier depends on autonomous investment and induced investment is absent there. There should be increase in investment. MPC, that is marginal propensity to consume, is constant. There is a closed economy. There is no exports and imports, that is there is no foreign trade. And next one is there is no time gap in consumption. And multiplier theory assumed there is no full employment in the economy, there is some unemployment, and prices are fixed. That is, there is no changes in prices. In this video, we are discussing one more important topic is acceleration principle or accelerator. This accelerator was first formulated by Carver in the year 1903 and later it was developed by J.M. Clark in the year 1917. After this, Hicks and Samuelson developed the acceleration in relation to the business cycles. Acceleration principle is different from the multiplier theory. What says multiplier? It is describes the relationship between investment and income. Meanwhile, acceleration says the relationship between consumption and investment. That is, it explains how the change in consumption leads to change in investment. Hence, Hicks says the acceleration principle directly explains the relationship between income and investment. In acceleration principle, capital output ratio is the most important concept. The capital output ratio is the value of capital needed to produce a given level of output. If we need to produce goods and services, we should have some capital equipment, that is capital investment. The stock of capital needs to grow only if the level of output or demand for product increases. If demand for goods and services is constant, so capital output ratio also stable there. This can be expressed in the form of the following equation, that is B is equal to delta I by delta C, or delta I is equal to B into delta C. Here B is equal to accelerator, delta I is equal to change in investment, delta C is equal to change in consumption. Change in consumption refers to the demand for goods and services. If we need change in investment, we should multiply the change in income with accelerator, that is delta Y multiplied with B. Here B is accelerator. The best example for accelerator is increasing demand for turbo electricity and increasing demand for medicines during corona period. Here we observed increasing demand is more than the increasing investment. It leads to more employment, income, and again increase in investment. Acceleration equation given by Hicks was V is equal to delta I by delta Y, or delta I is equal to V into delta Y. Here V is equal to accelerator, delta I is equal to change in investment, and delta Y is equal to change in income. Accelerator V depends on the relevant change in output, that is delta Y, and the change in investment delta I. It shows that the demand for capital goods is not derived from the consumer goods alone but from any direct demand of national output. If we know about gross investment in the economy will equal to replacement investment and net investment. That is, gross investment is equal to replacement investment plus net investment. Net investment means if a population income increases and it's begin to consume more, there will be more investment need. If the demand increases, there must be necessarily increase new investment. That is called as net investment. Gross investment will vary with the level of investment corresponding to each level of output. Hence, replacement investment means every year the demand for investment of machines increases due to depreciation of that machine. that is investment on depreciated machines will were used in production process. Gross investment in T period, it can be expressed in the following form of equation, that is IZT is equal to V into YT minus 1 plus or it can be expressed as IZT is equal to V into delta YT plus R. Here IZT is equal to gross investment in period T, V is equal to accelerator, YT is equal to national output in period T, YT minus 1 is equal to national output in the previous period, that is T minus 1 period, and R is the replacement investment. The equation tells the gross investment during period T depends on the change in output from period T1 to period T, and it is multiplied by the accelerator V plus replacement investment R. If we want to know net investment, that is INT is equal to V into YT minus 1 or INT is equal to V into delta YT. Here INT is equal to net investment. If we deducted R, that is replacement investment, from the gross investment, we can get net investment. If YT is greater than YT minus 1, net investment is positive during period T. On the other hand, if YT is less than YT minus 1, net investment is negative or there is disinvestment in period T. Here we are assuming the value of the acceleration is 4, that is V is equal to 4. The required capital is 4 times the corresponding output. So capital output ratio is 4:1. Hence replacement investment is 10% on the starting investment, that is the replacement investment is assumed to be equal to 10% of the starting capital stock. Net investment equal V times the change in output between one period and the preceding period. For example, net investment in period T plus 3 is V into YT plus 3 minus YT plus 2. Output in YT plus 3 period is 115 and output in YT plus 2 is 105. So 4 into 115 minus 105, 4 into 10, that is equal to 40. Here 40 is the net investment. It means that given the accelerator 4, the increase of 10 in the demand for final output leads to an increase of 40 in the demand for capital goods. This means net investment depends on the change in total output given the value of the accelerator. During T and T plus 1 periods, net investment 0, that is the increase in demand for output is nil, or there is no increase in demand for new output or new goods and services. Here we take 10 years of period and output produced during these 10 years and investment for producing output, net investment for producing new demanding output and replacement investment. Due to depreciation of the machines, every year should invest some capital as replacement investment. And finally, we take total investment. It arrives sum of the net investment and replacement investment. At starting during T and T plus 1 periods, we invest 400 rupees for producing 100 goods. Here, there is no change in demand for output, so net investment is 0. And every year the replacement investment is 40. It is 10% on the starting capital stock. From T to T plus 4, total output increases at an increasing rate and so does net investment also increases. Later from T plus 4 to T plus 6, total output increases at a diminishing rate and net investment also decreases because of low demand for output. From period t plus 6 to t plus 9, total output falls and net invest becomes negative. If we observe total investment, it becomes 0 at t plus 8 year because here net investment is minus 40 and replacement investment is plus 40. So total investment is 0.